stuff I have, so I'm just going to keep it. You don't even need it, right?
Green, she does. Yes.
Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. Heal the sick anywhere I walk, anywhere I walk. Be my tongue anytime I talk, anytime I talk.
Make them stronger with every word.
I will see that heaven is all around. Fill my heart with the courage to play, with the courage to play. Free my mind from yesterday, from yesterday.
Tell people what's true. You know what's mine to do.
Help me do it each and every day. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let spirit flow. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. Show me the kingdom wherever I
Awesome. Good morning. Let's claim it's the best day ever. Yes? Welcome to the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. I am Valerie Reeves, Spiritual Director here, where we are transforming lives, building dreams, and revealing love. Where all we ask is that you stay completely open to changing your life by changing your mind. Welcome home. I did notice, and maybe some of you noticed, that our beautiful friend Joyce Lindsay came and added some more bedazzle to the flowers. So yay, Joyce, we're sending you love. I know you're going to be here next week for Second Sunday. So I feel a little discombobulated, but I'm knowing it is the best day ever as we just step into the divinity. Yes, we have Dina Efferson Williams in the house. Yes. Now, are you doing this song with the piano, or are you doing it with the... Okay, they've got it. Okay, well, let's all stand, and we're going to sing a song, the community sing-along. Let's go to the first slide, just so I remember what we're singing. Can you go to the... Thank you. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. So stayed on spirit. So, hit it.
Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Good morning, High Desert, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Ooh. Welcome to the Center for High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. And I'm missing a piece. So I'll just do the events. So we want to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living. And we're going to start with our current events. And so if we can get the slides ready to go. Current events happening at our center can always be found at the concierge table, online through our social media platforms, and the community calendar found on our website. These are all updated regularly, so please check in often as we are always adding new and exciting opportunities to gather here at our center. So for our first slide, we're going to be joining today. Yep, that's right. It is a wonky doodle day, but that's okay. I feel good. Can I hear a yes? Yes. All right, I feel good. Join us today after the service for our monthly potluck. We will have birthday cake, and there's enough to share. All are welcome, so please join us. For those of you who are having birthdays this month, in this month of November, please rise up if you're able to, and Lori will be around to hand you a gift certificate for a free spiritual mind treatment. Yes, let's hear for the birthdays. The world has truly been blessed the day that you were born, so thank you. And now we will be singing Happy Birthday. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to all of you. All right, that was my 15 minutes of fame. Thank you. All righty. So, join us immediately after service today for the CSL 101 Discovery event. Come learn about the science of mind and the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. All are welcome. Drop into the women's group tomorrow on Monday, November 3rd at 10:30 a.m. All women are welcome. Join us tomorrow for the Mystical Path. This is a class that will be starting tomorrow, Monday, November 3rd, and runs from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. This will be for 7 weeks. This class will be taught by our own practitioner, Marina Shroop, give her a hand, and Thomas Downing. And this will offer students a journey into oneness. Students will identify the common and timeless truths of the mystics and how these truths relate to the principles, practices, and teachings of the science of mind. Your investment is $125. Due to voting in the fellowship hall on Tuesday, there will be no coffee talk for November. We will see you next month, December 2nd, for the next coffee talk. Join Reverend Valerie for the book study, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. We are meeting in the sanctuary Tuesday, November 4th at 11:30 a.m., and there will be a love offering. Celebrate life by dropping into the shamanic drum circle, Wednesday, November 5th. The doors will be open at 5:15 p.m. and will be closed at 5:30 p.m., so get here on time. Enjoy the drumming, vibration, and community at this event. Enjoy the Best of Prosperity Plus this Thursday, November 6th from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m., hosted by Reverend Valerie. This class is offered by a love donation. Join us for movie night this Friday, November 7th at 5:30 p.m. Reverend Valerie always picks a great and relevant movie to watch. And the popcorn's free, so come on for the free popcorn. Participate in our marketing team Saturday, November 8th at 9 a.m. Again, 9 a.m. All are welcome for ideas, visioning, and also applying our vision. Have fun at the Improv, Saturday, November 8th at 10 a.m. Drop in and have fun and play a little, thinking on your feet. Let's take a deeper dive next Sunday, November 9th at 11:30 a.m. In the sanctuary, Reverend Valerie will be sharing the Ernest Holmes principles and how we may choose to apply them in our lives and answer any questions you might have. Sunday, November 16th, we are having our next bake sale. We need bakers and, of course, bidders. Not bitter, but bidders. And share this fun day with our family and friends. Can I hear a woohoo? Yes. As a reminder, our practitioner team is here to serve you every Sunday. You can find the prayer request box in the garden room or see the practitioner of the day right here after service near the piano. You can get a quick spiritual mind treatment, which in the science of mind philosophy is affirmative prayer. Our practitioners are here to know the truth for you and work with you as you change your thinking to change your life. Thank you, practitioners, for your service. We appreciate you. And now, I welcome all of you who would like to join us for hugs and handshakes. This is the time to greet each other with a hug, a handshake, or you may remain in your seat. The choice is yours. Take it away for us.
Good morning. Please join me in reading the affirmation for today. There it is. I'll read it one time and you can read it along with me 2 times. I trust that everything is happening for my highest good. I trust that everything is happening for my highest good. One more time. I trust that everything is happening for my highest good. Now it's time to read Ernest Holmes' promises together. They're in your program and they're on the screen. Let's read these with feeling. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, wealthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul till it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. So let's assure our souls now with a little bit of peaceful music. And now Lillian will join with me in lighting the flames of faith. We perform the flames of faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the devotion to prayer and the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the 8th candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the 9th candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as Lillian lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. So let us take this moment now, and I invite you to close your eyes if you so wish to do so. In this very moment, there is only one mind, one heart, one very breath breathing us. This life is our life now. We are spirit in form. We are pure love. We are energy in expression, uniquely as each and every one of us. There is no you or me, there is only we. We and we are one. And in this knowing and in this being, I am truly blessed, grateful and thankful for this congregation and all its volunteers, its office staff, sound room, bookstore, junior church, your board of trustees who are here to serve, and your practitioners who speak words of truth for you, for all of us. Let love guide the way in all things. So I release my word knowing all is well. And together we say, and so it is. And now it's time for Power Talk with Bridget Cline. Woohoo!
Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm not used to... Okay, I have to be really close. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yay. Okay. This is my first Power Talk here. Some of you know my mom is Reverend Valerie, or sometimes we jokingly call her Reverend Mom, or or Mimi, or Memers, or just don't. You can really call her anything. Just don't call her Val. So I really went back and forth on what to talk about today because I was raised in this philosophy, and there's been a lot of really cool things that I've been able to create in my life. I really started playing around with it when I was in about 20. I started taking a lot of the classes, and I'm telling you that the philosophy really does work when you really use it. There are certain things along the path that I've kind of honed in on, and I feel like now I've gotten pretty good at bringing in whatever I want into my life when I want it. So I'm gonna share with you the 3 main concepts that I've kind of taken from my 39 years of being exposed to this philosophy. The number one thing is make sure your goals are actually your goals. It can sound kind of crazy, but we can be really easily influenced by the things around us. More than half of my life, I thought I wanted to be an actress. And after taking a meditation class and really getting in tune with what I wanted and what I'd want my life to look like, I realized I didn't want a life like that. And I had to shift and redesign what I wanted. And I think especially with our culture right now, there's so much input, and we are constantly being fed like what we should want. Everybody should want the house, we should want the family, we should want, but what I want should be different than what you want. We are all very different, and it is important to step away sometimes to input and take time for meditation, time for reflection of what is important to me, what would actually make me happy, not what the idea of a happy life is. So also, as far as like make sure your goals are really your goals. There's something, so I've been in the movement practice and bodywork practice for almost 20 years now. And there's something in movement called relative flexibility. And this is the idea is that if we're not moving in big ways and challenging ourselves, then our movement patterns start to get smaller and smaller. We start to move in the way of less resistance. And this can happen, I feel like, with our goals as well. So when we can put ourselves in boxes and we can say, oh, yeah, I had that dream, I had this vision, but it doesn't work for me. Like I can't see my way there. And so we limit ourselves because it's like we do in our body. We're taking the way of least resistance because we don't want to push into maybe some of the more painful areas, and we start to get smaller and smaller. If you ask a kid what they see for their life, it tends to be much bigger than if you ask an adult. And we start to be, oh, if I would have went to school back then, if I would have did this when I was younger, then this would have been possible for me. But now it's not, because your vision gets small. So anyway, going back, make sure your goals are your goals, and always be checking in. Am I limiting myself, or am I being influenced by others? And is this really what I want, what I see for myself? Number 2 is embody. Can I embody it? And so what happens, I think, a lot of times is I talk about affirmations, and people will just say, their affirmation over and over again, but they're not feeling it. I have 2 kids, and so every mom probably knows, like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You could say things, but that doesn't mean that you're feeling it. And so, can we really feel, if you're going to take the time for affirmations, can you embody it and actually feel it on a visceral level, feel what it would feel like if all your dreams came true, if you really were the person that you wanted to be, if the things that you envisioned for your life were right and right here, can you feel it? And then stepping away even further than that, my husband and I have been reading some of David Goggins' books. And in his book, he says, visualization will not compensate for undone work. So embodiment is not just about feeling it, visualizing it, but preparing yourself. If you truly believe that this goal is possible for you, then can you get yourself ready? Are you ready right now for it? If all the opportunities that were needed for this goal to happen happened, would you be ready for it? And so sometimes that means studying. Sometimes that means working on self-worth. It can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, but there is a lot of work involved that you need to build yourself up to be the person that you need to be to step into your vision. So embodiment. So we had make sure your goals are your goals, and then embody them. Number 3, this is the last one, release. And for a lot of people, this is the hardest part. because we want a medal. We want to kind of try to tell the universe how it should go, how it should be. Or you go, oh yeah, I'm visualizing, I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm also like trying to make sure it, like trying to put the pieces in place of where it should happen or how it should look. I think a lot of that has to do with our trust in the universe. And I'm sure you guys have heard this quote before. Albert Einstein said, "The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or a hostile universe." And so I think a lot of times we don't release stuff because we're not really believing that we're living in a friendly universe, that the universe is conspiring to make all our dreams come true. If we can step into that, like, I really believe the universe is friendly and is wanting my vision to come through, then sometimes it is easier to let go, to release, because you're trusting that the universe has your back, that you can let it go. And so, do I have time? Okay. My mom, she had said, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but you got 5 minutes. Okay. So, about 2 years ago, talking about the release, I decided I wanted to step back into body work. I'm a massage therapist. I've been practicing for almost 20 years now. And I taken time off to be with my little girls. And as my youngest was starting school, I started to feel like, okay, I really want to start to become a massage therapist again. I want to start working. So, of course, like, I made sure that goal was my goal. And that's what I wanted to do, not for everyone, but it's something I love. And so I knew it was my goal. So second, I embodied it. I went and I took a bodywork class by Joan Barnes, and I started to do things that would make me feel like a massage therapist again. We created a space in our house, and I started just massaging some friends for free. I took the class, and a part of me was like, occasionally, I'd step out of letting the universe, the release part, I would step out of it, and I would look online and be like, well, what's out there for me? Like, what could work with my current schedule? Because, I do have 2 girls that I need a flexible schedule. So first I was like, well, I'll just get a business license, and I'll just do mobile massage. Well, I went and tried to get a business license. That was where I thought I needed to go. And they said, no, we don't do mobile massage in Apple Valley anymore. You cannot have a business license here. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's not my way. At the time I was pulling lots of, I don't know if any of you play with Oracle cards, but I was pulling Oracle cards, and it just kept saying, wait. And so, I was like, okay, well, it's just not the time yet, and something is coming. And so I let it go. I was trusting that, when I'm meant to work again, I will work. So shortly after that, I got an email from a couple that I didn't really know at the time. And they said, would you be interested in a massage room? And so I was like, well, maybe, but, I don't really have that much time to dedicate to building up a bigger practice where I could probably afford a massage room. So I went in, I saw it, just thinking I would share the information with those that I knew. And anyway, I go in, and they tell me, we'll give you the space for free for 2 months. We just want you to come in and start working for us, or working here, and bring your energy in here for us. And so anyway, now 2 years later, I've been there. It's the perfect place for me. There's lots of wonderful energy around for me. It's very supportive. It wasn't the direction that if my mind would have put me. But I released it, and the universe found a space that was more perfect than what I had in my head. And anyway, so going back, make sure your goals are your goals, embody them, and release. Thank you so much.
I'm a proud mom. Of course, when she said, I'll do the Power Talk roast, right? So I was a little nervous. It's like, what might happen? But I remember, of course, I pushed my kids into a lot of theater stuff. Bridget was the star in Bye Bye Birdie in our little town, and so that was awesome. I have the video if anybody wants to watch someday. I'm just kidding. I'll get permission first. But I remember when Bridget was about 20, and I had a CD set of a really great speaker that Manifesting All You Want, and she's like, could I have this? Because obviously you're not using it. Like, yeah, and she manifested everything. The perfect husband, the perfect place to live, the perfect job, the perfect everything. So really, really good stuff. So yay, right? Yeah, so the stuff works. I'm going to piggyback off of a couple things that Bridget said for sure, because the release, many times when we're setting our goals, we're thinking about what can I make happen, right? And so then we do limit ourselves. I thought maybe with the body work she was talking about how limited some of us get. And it's all of it. It's all of it, right? We get limited in our bodies, limited in our thinking. So today's a great day. It's the beginning of November, the month of gratitude, where we get to really embody the gratitude of all things that are going on and the gratitude of who we are and what we want to create. So tuning in and meditating on what is mine, because I could never do what Bridget does. And I look at other people and what they do, and it's like, I love that they do that, but I could never do that. So, I mean, I tried to be a nurse once upon a time ago, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, I could never really do that. It was not my cup of tea. So finding what fits for you and being open to the expansion of the universe and the power that lies within us. So we have been reading the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I also kind of combined that with the holographic universe. And in the holographic universe talks a lot of things that Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about. Of course, Dr. Joe Dispenza, chiropractor, he was in a triathlon in Palm Springs, and he was hit by a car, broke 3 of his vertebrae, and he didn't want to do surgery. He's like, I know the power of the mind. And he spent time just really realigning and making his body just heal, or allowing it to heal. And we see so many things, the holographic universe, and Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about the placebo effect. Many of us know about the placebo effect. They had a gentleman who, in 1957, a man named Mr. Wright was dying of terminal cancer. And they gave him some medication, and they said, this is going to help you. Within weeks, all of his tumors had gone away. It was gone. And they said, oh, yeah, you were on that medication that doesn't work. They found that it doesn't work. And then the tumors came back. So the power of our own mind is amazing. I know, they have so many different studies on the power of our mind. It's like you take somebody with multiple personalities, and this personality is allergic to bees, and this personality is not. This personality gets stung by a bee, no problem. This personality, big problem. They have lots of studies on multiple personalities and how this personality, this works for them and this doesn't work for them. So looking at the power of our mind and how incredible it is. Now, if you're new to Science of Mind, we have our Science of Mind symbol. Somebody was here the other day and they're like, what is that V for? And it's like, well, it's for Valerie, of course. Although if Vanessa was in here, she's in with the kids right now, she'd say, it's for Vanessa. But we have the 3 layers. We have spirit, which is everything. That encompasses everything in life. And then we have the middle section, which is the creative medium. It is we would say, soil. It is the creative medium of our mind. So spirit encompassing everything. And whatever we plant in that earth, in that mind, is the 3rd section. That is the body, or that is what grows. It is the plant. So we've got the spirit, the soul, and the body. and spirit can handle everything as long as we are planting the right seeds. Sometimes we're not planting the right seeds, and if we do plant the right seeds, we just think, oh, it's probably not going to grow anyway. I don't know if anybody else does that. Of course, maybe you've had something from the past, like my plants have not really lived very well. I do have 2 cactuses, and they are still alive, so I am thankful. But giving them love and giving them energy and giving them some water once in a while. It's the same thing with our thoughts. It's like giving it that love, creating that space, as Bridget said, creating the space and being ready for it. This is why, because my mind went right to people that win lotteries. It's like they didn't get their mind ready for it. They win it, and then they usually end up broker than they were in the beginning because they don't know how to handle that much energy. Because money's just energy. The things that we have come into our life, it's just energy. So let me magnetize that energy into my life. So that was one of the many things. Dr. Joe phrases, if you can feel the emotion of your future before it happens, you are signaling new genes in new ways. You are biologically becoming that future. Biologically becoming that future. It's like I can just step into the picture and just imagine it with my heart, my soul, my body, and just allow it to magnetize to me. So being in that wonderful space. And I love the card that Bridget picked because it said, wait, wait, wait. And it's like, sometimes we have to wait and just be in that gratitude that it's coming. It's just like Amazon, you know? Sometimes it says, oh, shipping is detained, so it's going to be a little while. And it's like, okay, hurry, 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 it's coming. But we just get to wait and be in gratitude knowing it's showing up in the divine right time, because maybe there's something else that needs to prepare. Maybe the space that the universe is creating for me needs to be prepared and needs to be opened. And so remembering that part, we also were reading this last week in Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, where they would have a group of people practice the piano keys, and then a group of people just mentally imagine that they're practicing the keys. The same neurons that were firing for the people that were actually playing the piano keys were firing the same way as those that were just imagining it. Our imagination and our thoughts, it's like once you put that thought in there, it is creating something, and something's happening inside of your body. They have lots of studies, practice, making the basket, make the basket, make the basket, taking a group of people, and let's just pretend and imagine and visualize that you're making the basket. They all increased their basket making about the same. I'm talking basketball. I'm doing the hoops, so some of you maybe got that, and maybe some of you didn't. Basket weaving, no, making actual baskets. So many great stories out there about the thing. Thought is the mold. This is Ernest Holmes. Thought is the mold. Emotion is the fire. The law is the servant, and the body is the result. Let me say that again. Thought is the mold, because we are molding. And I know I've brought Jell-O to many of my classes. It's like it's the Jell-O mold. It's the mold that we are making. Every thought is creating a mold for our life. If you want to know what you're thinking, just look at your life. And there are times that you may look at your life and say, dang, I didn't know I was thinking like that. Or maybe we blame ourselves or get into that space of, oh, why is this happening to me? Or I didn't think that specifically. And it's like it's an accumulation of everything that's going on in our minds and our bodies and what we're viewing out there. So intentional thinking is so incredibly important. We want to intentionally think about what it is that we want and what would we love, and not trying to figure it out. I mean, our 5th step in our spiritual mind treatment, our creative prayer, our first step, of course, is God is everywhere. Spirit, energy, whatever you want to call it. I am one with that. I'm one. I'm part of it. I'm Stardust. We are everything. We are the holographic universe. Our 3rd step is I know all things are possible. And then I give thanks that it's already done and release it. And many of us release it, and then we bring it back. Let me figure it out. Okay, let me release it. And then we bring it back. So it's like trusting the universe, trusting that power that's flowing in, as, and through everything. So if you can start the day without caffeine or pep pills, if you can be cheerful, ignoring aches and pains, if you can resist complaining and boring people with your troubles, if you can eat the same food every day and be grateful for it, if you can understand when loved ones are too busy to give you time, if you can overlook when people take things out on you when it's not your fault, if you can take criticism and blame without resentment, if you can face the world without lies and deceit, if you can conquer tension without medical help, if you can relax without liquor, if you can sleep without the aid of drugs, if you can do all these things, then you are probably the family dog, right? Because they're just so happy. I just got back from Oregon where I visited my grand dog, and she was a vampire for Halloween, and it didn't matter how great everybody else's costume was. Everybody just wanted to see Kona, the vampire dog. So being in that happy space and not getting caught up on stuff. And, we catch ourselves. Sometimes things will hit me, and I'm just like, rawr. Okay, put it down, let it go. Nothing is that serious. Let's just go with the flow, be in that space of love and peace and harmony, and be in that space of telling our bodies that I feel good and I can stretch. One of the first classes that Bridget took, at the end of every class, most all of us know that we do an end of the class project, and hers was an interpretive dance, which was fabulous, and I have yet to see anybody do an interpretive dance for their final project, so that is my charge to people for the next class, knowing that that's going to happen, and that it is the best day ever. So I am really excited, and it's like I could just sit and listen to Dina Everson-Williams all day long, but she is going to come on up here and sing 3 little words. I think the choir's going to come up and be a backup, help, dance, sing, all of that. They're going to give it a couple seconds before everybody gets up here. So you are in for a huge treat. So Dina Everson-Williams, she was our singer up at the retreat that we had over by Lancaster, and she lives in Antelope Valley. And her husband Frank is here with her. Yay, sound tech, excellent. And so every 4th Sunday I go over to Antelope Valley, so I get to see Dina, and now we're going to start bringing her over here more often. Yay! Okay. This should be on, and you can do it. I'm going to kick it on. Yep. Okay.
Every day, these 3 little words will heal my life and help me get out of my way. Every time I hit a roadblock, this is what I say: life is good, let it go, play full out, yes I can. Tell me more, I am blessed. Be here now, I love you. I know the words that I say will determine the way that my life is gonna be. When I say what I feel, then I make it so real to manifest my destiny. I just think about what I'm saying, that's the magic key. Life is good, let it go, play full out, yes I can. Tell me more, I am blessed. Be here now, I love you. When I trust my heart, say what's on my mind, the truth will be revealed. It happens every time. Words can heal my heart, words can help me through. Here. Words determine what I think and feel and do. Life is good, I just claim it. Release and surrender. Wanna go for it now. I know I can. I wanna wanna know what you're thinking. Truly grateful. Holy presence. Yes, I do. Life is good. Let it go. Play full out. Yes, I can. Tell me more. I am blessed. Come on down. Be here now. I love you. Yes, I do. Well, life is good. I just claim it. Release and surrender. Gonna go for it now. I know, okay. I wanna know what you're thinking. I'm truly grateful. Holy presence. I love you, yes I do. Life is good. I'm just claiming it. Let it go. Go for it. Yes, I know I can. Wanna know what you're thinking. Truly grateful. I love you. Yes, I do. Life's good. Let it go. Grateful out. Yes, I can. I know I can. You know what you're thinking. Truly bless y'all. Oh. I love you.
So much fun. All right, it is time for ushers to come forward. It is that giving time. Oh, you guys could stay up here if you want to, or you can sit in a chair. You can do whatever you want. Make sure it's your goal. So as the ushers come forward, knowing that it is that giving time, that as we give, we absolutely do receive. So let's do our giving affirmation. I will need the words up here because I do not know them by heart. Thank you. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. Thank you. And face of God. Thank you. Knowing that as we give, we absolutely do receive, that we are so blessed to have the space to come together to remind ourselves of the divinity of the I Am, that we are beautifully and brilliantly. And in gratitude for each and every person, I just release my word knowing all is well. And so it is. All right. So it is Potluck Sunday. It's also CSL 101 right after service. So kids are in. We could go ahead and stand. And we'll just hold hands across the aisles or where you are, or just be where you are. And we'll join the choir with God Makes Me Want to Sing. Yeah. We're not circling. We're just meeting across the lines. Yeah. All good wherever you are.
Close out this wonderful service with God Makes Me Want to Sing.
Chris! I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do anything. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do anything. It makes me feel so good. I can do anything. It makes me feel so good. I can do anything.